Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. We're back to talk about the Gen 10 starters competitive predictions. Now, I know there's not a lot to go on, and by not a lot, I mean absolutely nothing at all. But I'll be giving it my best shot. So we'll start off, we'll go in sort of reveal order here. We'll look at Brout first. Brout is a little grass-type owl fella. He looks kind of tough with it. And I think he's the chickpea Pokemon, the bean chick Pokemon, which I think is like another way of being a chickpea. So I think there's a little we can go off of with that, and the sort of general personality. You can look at the fact that he's sort of Rowlet adjacent, and I think with that in mind, it's not likely he'll be a grass and ghost type. It's also, I was going to say it's not likely he's a physical attacker because Rowlet, because Decidueye is in both forms, but I actually think this will be, based on his sort of demeanor. He doesn't look like he's going to grow into a special attacker. It looks like he'll end up boxing people out with those wings and his big black feet. So we'll wait to see how that goes. I think there's scope for grass flying and grass fighting, probably. If I had to guess, though, I would say grass fighting is probably the most likely, but what I hope will happen is that we get a grass rock instead, because he's a chickpea, maybe grass ground. That's my hope. I don't know if we'll get it, I'd be surprised, but we've seen from Ogerpon Cornerstone, grass rock does not have to be a bad typing at all competitively. It could be pretty good, especially in VGC, which is what I'm going to be generally using as a baseline for this. I think it could be really good. I could see a little aggressive grass rock guy. I could see him benefiting a lot from pairing with Rillaboom in grassy terrain or something similar. Yeah, I think he'll be a little physical attacker. I don't think he'll be that fast. Judging by him, he's just a little short, stubby, fat owl. Again, we have nothing to go on, but nothing about his design or his inspiration says to me he's going to be speedy. So I suspect that'll be what happens. He'll just be a little grass fighting goober, and that will be that. I think he'll probably be a physical attacker. We don't know anything for hidden abilities at all, but that's all we got for Brout. So let's have a look at Pombon next. Pombon, the little fire doggy, specifically the puppy Pokemon, leaves a lot less with his with the, like, you know, that we can suppose from his personality. There's also a lot of dog Pokemon, and there's already a fire dog with Arcanine. So it's not going to be likely this guy gets Intimidate, I don't think, because Arcanine already fills that gap twice with, what do you call it as well? Hisuian Arcanine, that's the one. Apologies. I didn't have that down on the notes. So I think, unfortunately, I think a lot of this depends on if he becomes bipedal or if he stays as a little dog. If he stays as the little dog, I think we will see a sort of... The dogs tend to be physical in either attack or defense, right? Arcanine, physical attacker, well, kind of, but he's more physically biased. Hisuian Arcanine, physical attacker. Fido, I forget the full name. I didn't have it written down. But you know, the fairy dog is also a physical attacker. Or physical defense, physical wall, I should say. I think, yeah. Mabostiff, physical. Houndstone, physical. Yeah, so I suspect if he stays on all fours, he'll be physical. If he goes up, he might be special. But I suspect a lot of people have said Fire Fairy. I don't think we have a Fire Fairy yet that I know of. So that would be a very exciting dual typing to get at long last. So I'm hoping, in fact, that he is a Fire Fairy. I think that'd be brilliant typing. It'd be fantastic for giving us an alternative to Incineroar and a good way to answer it. I know Incineroar is more of a defensive piece anyway, but it still sort of warrants the thinking. I think I could see physical again. I suspect this will be slow and bulkier on account of the design and the general sort of vibe we're getting for it. It really just depends on a lot of things, really, to be honest. We're sort of speculating with absolutely nothing for views, right? So Yes, expect more incredible analysis, but I think he'll probably have Guard Dog as a hidden ability or something similar, right? I don't think it'll be anything too spectacular. I think this guy, if I had to guess who the worst starter competitively would be, I would say, unfortunately, it's probably likely to be Pom Bomb based on what I'm seeing right here, you know? I don't think there's a lot that is super inspiring about him in a competitive lens. Which moves us lastly onto Gekwa, which is the most fun starter name to say for sure. Now, Gekwa, as my friends inform me, is based off of an African fat tail lizard, potentially. I don't know what those do, but looking at Gekwa, this has special attacker written all over it. It's got big eyes and a big tail that looks like it's going to be shooting projectiles at people. It could shoot from the tail. It could do... I just think this has got special written all over it. I don't know if it'll be fast, because we already have a fast special attacking water reptile specifically. I'm hoping for this one, water poison would be really interesting for a starter, and it would contrast the fairy very well from Pombon, if he indeed is. And it would lean, therefore, to making Brout grass fighting too, but I still hope for grass rock for Brout, specifically due to the inspiration. I hope... I'm excited to see potentially this being a special water poison. We have a lot of defensive Pokemon that are water poison. Think Quillfish, Tentacruel's even a defensive pick. Toxapex being the obvious one. So I'm hoping that we can get a bit more freshness here, a bit more of an offensive angle. I think it's a surprisingly good offensive typing. You'll hit fairies, you'll hit fire types, rock, ground, all super effectively. You lose a grass weakness with the poison typing, which would make it a very fun little guy. It hits water's weakness with poison, and I think we haven't seen that utilized offensively. Could be an amazing way to counter grass types such as Rillaboom, Tapu Bulu, who's not really that relevant. Could be good for stopping Amoonguss potentially. You've got the poison typing you could use to stop. Obviously, Amoonguss uses Spore more than Toxic, but you could use it on Sludge Bombs, resisting Pollen Puffs. I could see utility for this. I could also, yes, to be fair, see a slightly speedier utility Pokemon with the water poison typing. I'm really going to just lean into that typing prediction, to be honest. I think that'd be fantastic, and it could be water psychic as well with the big eyes. That's also likely. If I see that, then I suspect we'll see a special attacker on account of we already have very defensive water psychic types in the game, in the Slow Brothers, and gosh, I think there's another one. I suppose we have a more offensive one in Veluza, but Veluza's terrible, so I'd hope being a starter, this is a more well-rounded stick of stats. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking for Gekwa. I could see a signature move, maybe being something to do with its big eyes or its fat tail. It'll be one of those two features, right? So it'll be some sort of shot from the tail, or it'll be some sort of, like, confusing beam, maybe, or something from the eyes, perhaps, at least based on the starter design. I suspect of the three, this could be the best competitively, especially if it does have the water poison typing, like I've been speculating. Again, my speculations are based off of absolutely nothing, so take them with a humongous grain of salt. This is really just for fun. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think the Pokemon are going to be based on? What do you hope to see? What new Pokemon do you think we'll get? What legendary Pokemon do you think that we will get? Obviously, the Water Gecko Pokemon, one thing I just thought of, it could be... no, that's not Chameleon, it's Gecko. I was going to say, could get Protean. Maybe, again, Geckos don't do this, I don't think. Maybe he gets color change. Again, more of a Chameleon thing. We have Kecleon already, but it could be fun. Let me just see. Gecko stuff, what are they known for? Just little carnivorous guys. Yeah, he'll probably be a special attacker, I think. So that's going to be it for me. Bit of a disorganized one. Just 10 minutes of rambling about Pokemon starter competitive predictions. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This is another sort of unscripted video. I'm trying to get these Gen 10 videos out fairly quickly, and to try and keep my refresh my editing sort of skills and refine some sort of style. So let me know what you think. I want to thank everybody for doing so, being so receptive to the last video, the Winds and Waves reaction, and obviously Pokemon Champions. Pokemon Champions is dropping in April. I'll have a reaction video for it when it comes up. When it comes out, we'll do some gameplay, we'll do some talking about it, we'll see how it is, I'll really break it down. That should be fun. I'll have proper scripted thoughts about that. My next video should be a properly scripted one. I'll be doing a Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying Pokemon Emerald at the moment. I think it's a great game. Everyone knows how good Pokemon Emerald is. I think doing a sort of challenge run could be a lot of fun. I haven't done one properly before, so I think it'd be a good time. I did a randomizer at Soul Silver a few years ago, and it wasn't very on stream, but proper Nuzlocke, I suppose. Should be a lot of fun. So hopefully see you in that one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and apparently hype the video, whatever hyping is. I'm really just doing some fun, but yeah, do like and subscribe if you like the content and want to see more. We'll be talking about champions in April, and I look forward to the Pokemon Emerald run next. See you later.